It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. We've got Portland taking on Orlando. Tip-off goes to Orlando. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Portland, Damian Lillard out. Then there's Al Farouk. Then it's Plum. It's Davis in at the power. Lillard, the pass to Henderson. To Aminu. And it's off the back of the rim and in. Aminu's got the game going with this for Portland. Kobe against Henderson. Shaq kicks to Harden. Goes easy.
Not phased at all by having a defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like his element at all right there.
It's blocked by Shaq. Block shot turns into a shooting foul, so the defensive effort there a bit as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. Portland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw missing. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. On defense, Portland. Here's Kobe, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And Portland with the ball. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Ball against Lillard. And that one's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Paul with the ball. He dishes it to O'Neal. Here's Gasol. The shot no good. Plumlee with some nice D. And Portland has possession. Aminu, the pass to Lillard. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Lillard's got his second bucket.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Paul dishes to O'Neal. Puts up the baby hook. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Now Henderson. Lillard left side. Dishes it to Henderson. Goes up on the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Orlando leading. Here's Bryant. Great D that time from Davis. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Lillard with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Aminu. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Paul against Lillard. Paul outside. The shot from 20 feet away. He squares up and sinks it. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now here's Lillard. It's blocked by Shaq. They're running, moving it up. Paul, no one around him. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Paul's got his second basket of the night. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Henderson kicks to Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Lillard, the pass to Plumlee. Orlando grabs the miss.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Paul. And Davis pulls it down.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Lillard outside. It's blocked by Shaq. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And yes, sir, that one drops. And it's 6 points for Kobe Bryant. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kamen's checked in for Plumlee. Noah Vonleh comes in for Davis. Harkless is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And McCollum subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Now here is Mullen. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Here's Gay, and he jams it with authority.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Portland trails by 9. Here's Lillard. To stop the drought. Can't hit. And Orlando will come the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
It's tipped. Here's George, and it's blocked. Vonleh dishes to Lillard. Good work defensively by Gay.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And that does it for the first quarter. Orlando leads by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Mo Harkless. Chris came in out there with Vonleh. Then it's Henderson, and it's McCollum in at the point. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Wall's shot is off. Portland trails by 9. McCollum kicks to Kaman. Takes it from 10. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first chance at the line tonight. Kobe's checked in for Orlando. And a switch here also for Portland. Aminu's checked in, and he sinks the second. Orlando leading by 8. Now here's Wall. Kicks it to Griffin. Pulls from the top of the key. Got a hand on it. And now Portland on the break. Here's Henderson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And Wall. Here we go now. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
For Orlando, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And Orlando making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Plumlee, he's checked in for Portland. Davis comes in for Noah Vonleh. Plumlee with the screen. McCollum passes to Davis. And Aminu kicks to Henderson. And he gets it to go. Henderson's got his second bucket of the night.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Feeds to O'Neal. All sorts of time. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And Orlando leads by 7.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Plumlee with the screen. Henderson dishes to McCollum. The feed to Henderson. Clock at 6. Launches it. But they get it back. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. He feeds it to Plumlee. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And Orlando making a change here. Paul's checked in. Portland trails by 5. Henderson passes to Plumlee. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
And that one's good by Henderson. And now just a 1-point Orlando lead.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game. And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And it's James Harden with the rebound.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Bryant gets a wide open look. No good again that time. Portland leading. Pass to McCollum. Now here's Aminu. D right on him. Pass to Davis. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Now here's McCollum. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Henderson against Bryant. The pass to McCollum. Fires from deep. The shot no good. And Orlando will come the other way. Harden right side. There's 42 seconds. Oh, wow.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And Portland making a change here. Chris Kaman is checked in for Plumlee. Noah Vonleh comes in for Ed Davis. Harkless is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Here's Paul. Left side, Griffin. Harden against Lillard. Corner shot, and it's Orlando with another.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Orlando out in front, leading by just one. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to... We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Well, a good quarter there for Henderson. He's got 8 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
Harden out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Kobe in at the 2. That's who's out there for Orlando. For Portland, they have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
To the middle, here's O'Neal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense, Clark, was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that poster.
Anderson with it, guarded now by Shaq. And Plumlee kicks to Lillard. Pass to Aminu. Portland moving the ball around. Kept alive, a second chance effort, and Davis puts it in. Davis has got 7 points.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And it's Aminu in the corner. Davis dishes to Lillard. Now, here's Aminu, defended by Bryant. Plumlee with a screen on Paul. 6 to shoot. And Henderson throws it down hard.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Orlando making some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Shaq. Mullen comes in for James Harden. And Irving subbed in for Paul. And Portland with a change here, too. McCollum's checked in for Gerald Henderson. Outside Griffin. Mullen passes to Kobe. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Here's Lillard. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Kobe with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Outside Bryant. Mullen with the 3. Another miss by Orlando. Lillard right side. Passes it to Aminu. Back to Lillard. Here's Davis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Davis has got 9.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Kobe kicks to Griffin. There's the dish to Irving. Mullen a screen on Lillard. Irving passes to Mullen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Mullen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Portland. They lead by 1. Now a timeout called by Portland. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Irving dishes to Mullen. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Rudy Gay's checked in for Orlando. Paul George comes in for Kobe. Portland also making some changes. Chris Kamen's checked in for Plumlee. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Al Farouk Aminu. That drops.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Outside, Mullen kept alive Orlando. Back to Irving. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Here's Mullen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And Lillard kicks to Kaman. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Kaman's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Gay outside. He kicks to Mullen with the shot. Again, Mullen missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Fires the 3. McCollum, no good.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it. He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
They get a hand on it. Harkless the pass to Lillard. Came in the high post. And here's McCollum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And again, it's Portland converting.
What a move. Came out of the spin, stopped and popped. That is impressive.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mullen a screen on Lillard. Irving with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Gay dishes to George. And he gets it to go from the high post.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Misses there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Portland leads by only 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Orlando trailing here. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Davis is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Henderson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Aminu in at the 3. Here's Hart. Oh!
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Dishes it to Plumlee. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Bryant's gotten 4 of his 7 shots to go. Lillard against Paul to the wing on the left. And Aminu kicks to Lillard. Davis sets a screen. Clock at 6. Lillard attacking. Tries again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Davis. He has 9 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
He hits the second from the line.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Kicks to O'Neal. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Portland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Howard's checked in for Noah. Second free throw, no good. Portland leading. And Lillard kicks to Henderson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. They set the pick to the paint. Paul with the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Here's Henderson. No good off the back of the rim. They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Aminu with it. Shaq on him. Good. And Portland leads by 3.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Paul passes to O'Neal. Portland grabs the miss. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Aminu dishes to Lillard. Feeds to Henderson. Misses off the left iron. Orlando trails by 3. Passes it to O'Neal. Flushes it down to finish the break.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. And Lillard kicks to Henderson. Davis with a screen on Bryant. Rebounded by Howard.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Marc Gasol's checked in for Dwight Howard. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Paul with the screen for Kobe. Ball up top. He dishes it to Harden. Clock at 6. To take the lead. It's deflected. Paul against Lillard. Davis setting the pick for Lillard. The feed now to Davis. And it's sent back by O'Neal. And now Orlando on the break. Kobe's got the ball. And Harden with the stuff. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And taken away by Paul. Here's Bryant. Oh! And that one is stuffed right through.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game. You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Portland. Henderson, and too long on the shot.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Outside, Wall. To the middle. Outside for George. Sinks the three-pointer. And now a 6-point Orlando lead.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 6. 1:32 left to play in the final quarter. .132 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard against Wall. Portland no good that time either.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Mullen a screen on Lillard. Wall passes to Mullen. Nobody near George. Here's Howard. Howard down with both hands.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
And he gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Lillard.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Mullen a screen on Lillard. Wall dishes to Mullen. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Henderson, no one around him. They get it back, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Griffin attacking, and that comes off the assist by John Wall.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
Here's Henderson. And the three off target.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Mullen kicks to Wall. Back to Mullen, and stolen by Lillard. Here's Henderson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're up by 7. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
You know, I'm not sure why you call a timeout this late. I mean, the game is more or less over.
I think they might just be taking a few extra seconds to enjoy the win. Is that plausible?
Or maybe just rubbing it in. That's possible.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that about